What do you think? What are the odds for this match?
I'm a bit worried, but
We should be just fine.
should be fine, I think.
Okay, so right now we're gonna move into the champion selection screen, with KLH on the blue side, first pick, first ban, and BKT second pick, second ban. So just waiting for the bans to happen. Maybe Jace being taken off, because in this patch Jace has been brought down quite a bit in terms of his overall, the knockback. There's no more base damage, and it really does reduce a lot of the overall damage that Jace can burst out in the early stages. So do you think that Jace is not going to be that, well, aim for ban? We can see actually right there, the first ban going to be Vayne for BKT side. They do not want Jeon to use Vayne at all.
Yeah, Vayne, I mean, if you let Vayne farm, you just can't deal with her true damage at all. No matter, even though you have Frozen Heart or Randuin's Omen, you can't really negate a true damage champion. So
yeah, definitely. And here we see the bans definitely going to be Blitzcrank. This is actually, I would say KLH fear, I would have to say. You know, somehow they can't see the dodge anyone's grabs. I see this so far in GPL.
You can't fight against that particular champion.
Yeah, I know, we just can't see the respawn and fight well against that particular champion, so it's just best to ban it, I would say, instead of screwing your whole composition right up. And you do see Mundo being banned out there. Mundo, one of the stronger junglers right now, I would have to say, overall.
I believe it's more a targeted ban towards the new BKT member.
He was playing it very well, and they just want to remove it to see whether he has anything up his sleeve. Because Mundo might be his best champion, so he might be able to play other junglers, but might not be that well overall. And we see the last ban going to be Malphite, and the second ban for BKT going to be Rengar right there. Even though after his nerfs, a lot of people are still taking him out. Yesterday we did see Tofu play Rengar, and he played it off very well and was very strong.
So we see an insta-lock Lux from Goldens. So maybe
I was gonna say, is this gonna be a repeat of the last match where we will see someone get caught right there?
I hope not.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know. And you see Teemo, maybe a Locky Teemo, maybe BKT is gonna do the Yoda team that TPA did and show us who the boss is right there for the Halloween day. Maybe it's be something interesting to see if Teemo does get locked in right here, right now. Is it gonna be AP mid Teemo, which you're always talking about?
I hope so. I mean, now is the time to pull all these strategies
to see whether it works, right?
I mean, yeah, I think if Leia is going with that TF, I don't think they'll pick Teemo anymore. Yeah.
So we do see, it's going to be a Teemo and Shen being taken up, and we have, I've heard you mention that in Korea, Shen is actually being played more of a support, or is it just jungler actually?
Shen, last time they used to play Shen. I mean, if you pick Shen, he's always gonna go top. But nowadays you have Rengar, you have Aurelia. You're more likely to pick Shen for that jungler role. As a support Shen,
I thought however you mentioned it before.
I think Hagane was the one who mentioned it, but I've never seen it in Taiwan or in our own server.
I see. Okay, but we can see that. Well, I think it will be a top Shen for this matchup, I would have to say.
So KLH actually gave 2 global champions to BKT, so I'm more worried about KLH right now.
Yes, you know, 2 global champions is very hard to deal with, especially if you don't get the time
if you see those plays, I mean, even yesterday's KLH picked Shen and TF, right? Shen and another global, I think Nocturne. They managed to pull up a very nice combo to gain those advantages at bottom lane. So now they're giving up that, they gave up those key global champions to BKT, and I'm not too sure what my own team doing right now.
Oh, you do see Jace being picked up, most probably going to go onto the hands of Monkeys for the top lane. Terry being taken down as well. So if Terry is being taken off, I believe it will be either Corki or Andrew being taken off. One of the best few champions to match up with it. Maybe even Grace. But Grace, after his nerf onto the buckshot, has been seeing less light in terms of overall competition. And so we'll just have to see what KLH picks and responds onto this. And we do see, wow. Someone in the chat ISC saying that Nocturne is going to be the pick for a jungler for the side of KLH, but instead it's actually going to go onto the side of BKT right there. So you did a misguess, I would have to say.
So if BKT picks Soraka, they will have 5 global champions, and I don't know why my own team giving all these champions to BKT.
So it's actually going to be similar champions pick from yesterday. There's going to be a Jarvan and once again Jace for the top. And Tarek being taken off, so will we see Koki as the AD carry for today, or is it going to be a more Jace and Tarek at the bottom lane? What do you think? Has Jaeyoung used that before?
Who?
Jaeyoung, has he used Jace as an AD carry before?
We tried, but I don't think he's his style because
Fits his style.
yeah.
Okay.
No, it doesn't fit his style because he likes champions that have that jumping capability like Tristana,
Like
Tristana, Israel.
ability,
Yeah.
a dash in type style of ability. Okay. So the last pick most probably going to be Koki, or is it going to be a random right there? We do see. Never mind, it is Koki. We picked up right there. And here we're going to see the last pick for the side of BKT is going to be the support. So is it going to be Lulu once again? Soraka.
5 globals.
5.
Who else? What other supports have globals? So,
No, only Soraka. As you count Shen as a support, and then you use something
GP
else.
support.
Hmm?
GP support.
Okay, GP support. GP is considered under support, I believe.
I think so.
If you search under support, he is considered a support actually. Yeah. So if they do pick GP for all the overall global stuff, maybe Ash can go support Ash. But no, it is going to be Lulu right there. And with all the capabilities of diving in, I would have to say Lulu is actually quite a good pick overall for the side of BKT. So in terms of overall team composition, let's not even talk about team fight. Let's talk about the lanes getting ganked like a boss. We're gonna see how well KLH responds to this, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about ganking, I believe Javan have more pressure than Nocturne because Nocturne, before he reached level 6, the only thing he can do is walk to the lanes, while Javan can actually use his flag combo to pass through normal
the terrains
to avoid those usual wards location on the map.
Yeah, definitely something that we will be looking out for this season. Because yesterday we did see Epion's using Javan. He managed to do some okay setups that tried to gank, but let's see whether he can be able to do better for today. And here we see as we move into the delay. So you're just going to take a look at the overall skills, rules and masteries. I'm actually going to look at skills because, as well as NDD, because I'm just interested personally. Because skills does have exhaust as the Shen at the top lane. Not going to be too aggressive. Not going to take up ignite. And here we see 8 magic resist at level 18, 8 magic resist, 13 armor and flat physical damage. Okay, quite understandable.
Yeah, but his masteries is...
his masteries is
8.
Oh, 921.
SKLs.
Oh, you're looking at the wrong one, that's why. You're looking at NDD. And here you do see 921 right there, going for the armor penetration, the basic user stuff, as well as the cooldown reduction in terms of for defense mastery. So something basic for basic Shen will be to take up, I'll have to say.
The surprising one is actually if you see the Noxton. Oh, never mind. I got bugged just now. I thought he actually took the magic penetration mastery.
Okay, let me just take a look because you thought it was a bug. Here, let's take a look at runes first for Nocturne. Attack speed, physical damage, armor pen, 13 armor, and 24 magic resist. This actually works out quite well overall for Nocturne, I would have to say. The attack speed does help him clear out the jungle waves quite fast, and the armor penetration will help him in terms of when he goes for the gank, he will do much more damage because his first skill Q will increase his base damage if he stays onto it. And for the masteries, it's going to be more defensive, not 21-9. Instead, going to be from the 9-21, which is much more something what most junglers take up right now. The more basic stuff. So yeah, let's take a look at Epion's maybe. Like yesterday he did play jungle Javan, and it is going to be the same thing. Going to be the attack speed as well as the flat damage for Quintenses. And masteries wise, it's gonna be the same thing, but instead of taking enlightenment or honor guard, actually gonna take out resistance. What do you think about that?
I mean, +6 magic resist is actually quite useful if you are quite aggressive early on. I mean, when you don't have those items that gives you a lot of magic resist. So, I mean, if you don't need the magic, you don't need the regen or you don't need the cooldown, might as well you get the magic resist. Because sometimes when you play a jungler, you don't have the magic resist. When you try to gank, the enemy can actually burst you down before you can actually get the kill. So
it's definitely, yeah, I suppose, yeah. But in terms of a lot of junglers, they don't take it because when you're jungling, you don't need it.
Yep.
I would have to say.
I guess it's more for the team fight, not
Team
really
fight,
for the
yeah.
jungle.
So lastly, just gonna take a look at Jaehyung's rune for BB. He plays a very unorthodox rune sets. He actually goes for 16 flat damage, and then for his armor he goes for flat armor, but for his glyphs he actually goes for magic regen. Sorry, mana regen for BB. But for Jaehyung's side, it's gonna be the standard AD build, as well as for the mastery, it's going to be more aggressive. Going to be aggressive in terms of getting like extra health over here, the extra armor, and going for 21-9. But for BB, he played 21-2-7. He utilizes getting meditation instead. So he really just want to spam out in the lane and be able to win overall just by his burst damage in lane for BB. So a slight difference. Here we see Jaehyung going for more defensive, and then for the side of BB going for more offensive in terms of overall spam.
I believe it actually depends on what kind of support you have. So let's say you have a support that can actually heal you up, so you don't really need a lot of armor or magic resist to sustain the lane. So you can actually get more mana to do more harassment in the lane.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, so here we see as we're going to move into the game very quickly. I would have to say 70-30 in the favor of BKT for this matchup. What do you think? Would you think I'm being biased or unfair for KLH?
BKT definitely have a very strong lineup, but if KLH can catch someone, because they have the Lux, they have the Jarvan Flag Toss, so if they can actually catch BKT one by one, like I said, that's our fallback strategy. They can actually do well in this game.
Very well. So right now we're just gonna move into the game right now. And actually, never mind. It's been a pause once again. There is a slight connection error right there for the side of BKT. So we're just gonna wait out for that for it to done before we move back in. So talking more about that, one thing good about Jace is that he's actually quite a fast tower pusher overall, just by switching his weapons. Yes, he does get a passive proc for switching the mini mode. It does do the magic damage onto the turret as well.
Oh, alright.
So if Shen does teleport down for the team fight or even to the mid lane, it just depends on how well monkeys can push, I would have to say.
I guess that was the whole plan actually. I mean, you know that this global team, they want to combo their ultimate together. So instead of actually fighting them back, you just take the tower at the top lane. No one is gonna contest that tower anyway.
So like they're not gonna care more like abandoning some parts but getting advantage from there.
Like,
so
it's like you go to bottom to get a kill. Never mind, I'll just take your tower. If you just stay there longer, we'll take another tower. This kind of thing. Yeah.
That kind of thing. Yeah, that's something definitely. So right now we're gonna move into the game, and here we see all the boots being bought out. Oh, here you see Tarek actually buying boots as well, boots and 2 wards. So if he's gonna use the 2 wards to defend the jungle, he's gonna be blind in the lane. So I would have to say this is gonna be something they have to decide how well this is gonna play off. I mean, for Tarek and Leona, as well as Blitzcranks, if you look at the boots and 2 wards, it is in your favor in terms of aggression. But with Lulu's little land slowing people down, I don't see how to explain. Here we see they do run on to Nocturne, and Nocturne does burn his flash right there just to dodge the bind from Goldens. So one flash being burnt down already. Early start just for this start, slightly just because one summoner is burnt down, is in the favor.
Yeah, the best time for any player to get into that bush is actually around 30 seconds. So if you actually exceed that time, you might as well not go into there because there's probably someone there already.
But let me check. I think Monkeys has not taken up a skill. I mean, but if Monkeys did take out Acceleration Gate earlier, they would actually be in the bush much earlier than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then they might have been able to secure the kill onto NDD. So I don't see a reason not to take up the Acceleration Gate.
Well, what's the melee spell for the Acceleration Gate?
Is
it the knockback?
Yeah, the knockback, yes.
Right.
Yeah, it is the Thundering Blow. In the face right there. Slapped in the face, I would have to say. Yeah, so, I mean, I would take that. It just gives the CC as well. It gives your overall movement speed boost to your teammates. Like just now, if Nocturne was there, they saw him coming.
Yeah.
It's about his enter, open the gate first, and then switch to, and this Tarek stun, switch to mini mode, run behind and hit him back.
Yeah, but I mean, Nocturne, he have his flash up as well as the spell shield. So it's quite hard to engage on him for that first.
Yeah, but he blindly went into the rush. If you had used the Acceleration Gate earlier, the whole team would have been there already.
True.
That's what I'm pointing out, I would have to say. And here we do see NDD going to move on to the red buff first instead of the blue, which is something Nocturnes normally should be doing actually, because once they get the red buff, they're able to clear jungle waves much faster overall with the passive as well as the help of the red buff forking through damage onto the jungle minions. And we can see that Epios is doing the same thing actually as Jarvan. And when you see early gang going up, but here we do see the ward that's catching out. He is moving into the blue buff. They all know he's moving out, that he might be caught. No, he's actually going to go for a gank. But he does see that oh, wow, Twisted Fate actually trying to bait him to stay there, I would have to say. And here we see Lilia pulling Epions away, wasting a lot of time. Not that much, a lot of time in terms of early stage, because you want to get the early levels and clear off the jungle buffs much faster. And here we see for the blue buffs in the side of NDD, it's going to be cleared out much quicker, and at the same time, this will mean that the blue buff will be much earlier up for BKT. And then if they do decide to counter jungle, they'll be safe to take their own blue and then move into the opponent's.
Yeah, but the thing is, because of that pressure from it alone, you don't really the KLH side of blue is not gonna spawn at the usual time, so it's actually quite.
That means they can prepare for it. I mean, they'll be much more prepared for it, because like then when we see here a fight going on, NDD going to come in, try to get a kill down. The glitter lens misses, and Jalen is being taken down to a lot of health, but he does walk it out to safety. Now, I'm just talking in terms of, wow, here we see NDD going to charge him once again. Wow, just being a boss, just even going to stay in the brush to recall right there. Here the fear might proc off. No, it doesn't proc off, as NDD does not want to go out too far, and just wow, just putting a lot of pressure on the bottom lane right there. They know that Jaeyoung is one of the main carries for KLH, I suppose, and that's what it is, applying a lot of pressure. And here we see
Garena face checking the bush
right there in their faces right there, like a boss, I would have to say. No, but I was like, just about the blue buff side, I was like thinking, like, you see, when you know the blue is up at the same time, if both jungles happens to start at the blue, so you have to decide whether the whole team goes to counter jungle or protect or secure your own blue.
Yeah.
But once the timing is different, and if they do clear the blue buff timer on the side of BKT, they'll know when it spawns up. When they take their blue and they see it coming up with Twisted Fate and Shen, it's actually very easy for them to try to steal it, I would have to say.
Yeah.
In terms of overall global presence and composition. Yeah, so here we see, well, Jaeyoung as Corki and Taric, Hagane as Taric is going to put a lot of pressure onto the bot lane, as Lulu can slow them down, but is unable to stop them directly unless she uses Polymorph, but that uses all of her mana for the skill combination. And Lulu is also one of the supports which is very mana hungry. Here we see moving on to MVM, then the Shatter goes down and the stun goes off, but Jaeyoung actually taking much more damage than he should, I would have to say. Lulu
with her
more damage.
Her Q and the shield that gives
the shield picks, does do much more damage.
Yeah, extra damage for auto attack damage for Israel.
And here we see a gank seeming to happen in mid and at top. And we do see that the mid, once again, just pushing Lilia back, not going to allow him to farm as freely as he wants. But here we do see top. Monkeys being a bit safe. I don't think he spotted, I don't think he had a ward there, but NDD just going to move back, not going to waste too much time at the top lane. And here we see Zeras, the slow does go on. Jaeyoung is forced to use his flash. The flash comes in for MVM, but the exhaust does go on from Hagane. Does stop Jaeyoung from getting killed. But right now, this is the best timing for BKT to have burned the flash onto Jaeyoung, I would have to say.
Yep.
Because Twisted Fate is about to hit level 6. And then with the flash down, he knows that if he does do gank bottom, it's only Valkyrie up and ready for him to run away. And it's not going to be far enough to run away from a Twisted Fate.
That's why sometimes you don't just look at a gang as a failed gang, because it might lead up to another gang in the next.
Successful gang later on in the game. So yeah. And here we see, Skill is going to be very aggressive, going to try to deal out the damage onto Monkeys. Oh, but actually not going to fall back, actually going to continue. Here we see a good knockup by Epions and the pause right there.
I think Shen actually
I think Shen DC right there, because he's actually about to die. So this is going to be a free first blood for KLH just because of the DC.
I mean, he still have his exhaust and flash up, so.
Yeah, but by the time he reconnects, he needs to to spend that flash. And if Monkeys did just use the ignite, and then he does his flash up as well. So yeah, yes, and skills just DC right there. So this is going to be a first side advantage from the connection problems for the side.
We can see the future. If we are wrong, I don't know. You're the one who called it on me.
We shall see. So yeah, well, let's just do this short AMA question, I suppose. Let's just look at the IRC chat, whether anyone has been saying anything. interesting, or they think our site / our stream today seems to be a bit off. I think, is it the quality is bad? I'm not so sure. The quality sucks. Oh, okay. So apparently, somehow we don't have any drop frames, but overall quality wise, it's not so good. Oh, and actually a delay. Wow. Not sure what's happening right there. So, well, so we apologize right there. We have no choice because YouTube is our main service to use for streaming normally, but it is down. So in terms of using the live stream event thing, so we can't really help. So actually, is our backup. So yeah. Yeah, but it's fine. So, well, please bear with us for today and areas. Condescending Tivus is condescending. Wow, what am I supposed to say? Like areas right there. So you just need to wait for BAT skills to SKLZ or skills. Oh, you pronounce it skills, right? I believe most players right there in terms of
skills, yeah.
For our side. Yeah. So we'll be first blooded. Let's use bad English right there. First blooded. Be taken down by Jace at the top lane, most probably, I would have to say. Or maybe they're not going to be connected back and this is going to be a free walkover for KLH. It's taking quite a long time. Not sure whether
Wait, even free walkover.
Is it because BKT side cannot play? So we're going to walk over
but
the spec.
They have more goal than us. Isn't the rule says that we should lose? I mean, I'm not going to be unfair to them.
I thought. I mean, it's just the beginning of the game. It can't really be determined by that, I would have to say. Like normally, it is like normally you see like 20 minutes, I would have to say. When it's time to surrender, they'll match it from there, I would have to say. Not so early in the stage because it's hard to determine.
I mean, a lot of tournaments, if you pass that first blood or pass the first 5 minutes, they would
yeah.
can't really restart the game anymore.
Can't really restart the game.
It's either both team lose or see the goals, I think. I'm not sure. Never happened before.
Wow, Don, cute Tiber Chubby. Thank you so much. And no, I would not want to kill myself, I would have to say. So right now we're just waiting for them to be connected. So talking a bit about something for the season 2. Like how well prepared are you guys, I would have to say, for GPL?
We haven't actually been prepared at all. I mean, we're
focusing more on just season 1.
Yeah, season 1, I mean, there's still a lot of upcoming games and who knows, maybe there are tournaments in November and December which have not been announced yet.
But then, like, do you have a lot of pressure because there are new teams coming into GPL for next year? Do the team overall feel pressured, or do you think this is a good chance, it's a good experience for them to play?
I mean, the privileges of actually being part of the GPL is that you can scrim with these strong teams, and so as long as you work hard and you put in the time and effort, you can actually improve yourself no matter how bad you are at the start. Like, I mean, BKT, as you can see now, they beat everyone.
I mean, they haven't beat everyone, but they are beating.
Yeah, they are beating.
They're doing a good job in taking a lot of people down.
I really hope they actually will manage to beat SAJ and TPA. Did they still have game? I don't think so.
Next week they'll be playing against those two teams you just mentioned. So, let me think. It should be those two teams, I think, for next week's schedule. Yeah. So they do still have that chance right there.
Should I answer that?
I would have to say there might be, but we cannot answer you indefinitely.
Yeah, I mean, as everything else, it will be announced in the forum. So
my team showing KLH, right? Didn't right there. Wow. How are you gonna respond to that, Don?
I think you win also lah. I mean, if you lah.
Give you the win. Anyway, like we just have to see right now whether there be any changes for upcoming season 2 as well as next year for KLH overall. So yeah, you seem like quite.
I'm more worried about the new jungle changes that they announced.
Whether you can adapt to it.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed the first jungle. Then they change it. They make it so easy that it was so OP for those assassin type champion for quite a while. Then now it's more towards those tank support jungler. But I mean now it's quite boring because you don't see
you don't see any variations.
Even Shyvana you don't see a lot anymore.
Yeah. And the other day I was playing a blind pick, so never mind. Let's talk about that. Here, we're gonna move back into the game. You can see skills using his shield right there. He just move back in. It's just a vice right there. He doesn't even use his flash or exhaust. Just with his. I think
he used his flash.
Oh, he used?
He spammed his flash, I think.
Oh, he spammed his flash, I believe. And well, yeah. Good job right there, I would say.
Fortunately for Monkey, the The
queue is
switching
on
hammer
this.
was not up, I think.
Oh yeah, you gotta change, the movement speed. So yeah, I would say good job by skills right there. Just as most probably spamming the click right there as you reconnects back in. So yeah, so this game is gonna move back. Here we see the sun going on, and here, oh, Jay gonna try to put on the paint onto MVM right there, and yes, it is happening right there. Foster's gonna dive in, the E9 does go off, but the exhaust is gonna be just enough to reduce the damage taken.
Oh.
It is gonna be a trade. The first bird does go into MVM. Jay might fall actually from this tower hit. The glitterless lens will Lulu be able to catch up onto the kill. The pokes are going down. She does have a flash up. She will flash it. There goes the polymorph and the double. Oh, there it goes. 2 kill exchange right there. Here we see Lux coming from behind the teleport ready up, and here we see she will be able to catch on to Zeras definitely. But here the Shed ultimate procs as well. Golden is the one that's going to get caught. He doesn't notice the shield. He thought it was a Lux shield right there. He will be unable to take down. Here we see wow, Leah teleporting in right there. He's going to tank the hits as they take down the kill onto Golden as well. It's going to be a 3-for-1 trade right there. And this.
That's why you don't give 4 globals to the enemy.
I would have to say.
At first, it was actually quite okay for Jaeyoung and Hagane, because Golders actually managed to pressure Leia to actually go back instead of being able to teleport to bottom lane. But I think they miscalculated their damage, so Jaeyoung couldn't go for that first blood kill instead of Israel actually managed to get that first blood instead of Jaeyoung. Yeah.
And also, I would have to say that one more thing would be maybe Golden did not notice that Shen was coming down. Like, he thought maybe that was a loose shield instead of Shen's
I mean,
shield.
you can still hear the sound.
You can hear the sound, but sometimes you're just so focused, you think it's loose shield. I'm not so sure. I'm just saying. Yeah, it could be, might not be, but we won't
I think
know.
it's more like he just
trying to
tried his best to get that kill. Yeah.
Trying to secure the kill and train right there and run away. Or help me out, most probably. So yeah, so you do see right now the goal is in the favor of BKT, based by 1k because of the extra 2 kills. And because one of them is the first blood, it's slightly just a CS difference. And sorry about that. Let me just change this back to how it should be, so you guys can always have a clear view
Also,
of your score. Right there.
unfortunately, the red buff and the blade masteries, Jarvan actually stole the blue from Lux, but
Oh wow.
I mean it's still good. I mean Jarvan can actually farm faster now, but it would be better if Lux.
I mean, it's not going to be just only better. It's very important because you're going to play against a Twisted Fate, and for him to get the blue without the blue, he's just going to throw cards all days, and there's nothing he can do.
Yep.
To pressure him, I would have to say definitely.
So it's up to Jarvan to be able to use that blue instead of just farming with it.
Yes, so now it's up to Jarvan to actually be the one laying pressures onto lane, because he does have the bubble buff up and ready for him on his side. And KLH does need to be more aggressive right now as the global ultimates are down, and you can see the Twisted Fate one is almost up, just most probably about 10 to 15 more seconds. And for Shen's one is still not ready, but Nocturne's one is up as well. So
yeah, Nocturne is still up. I think he's trying to gank bottom right now, but Jarvan is there.
Jarvan's there as well. So here see, they're going to dive onto Hagane actually, but here Epion just comes up from the... Twisted Fate's ulti is really up as well. So this is what we were mentioning, all the global ultimates being used right there. And the ultimate from Lulu just buffing Nocturne, taking absorbing damage, slowing everyone down. And they're actually going to try to dive the tower, Nocturne taking 2 hits, and there goes another kill for the side of BKT right there. It's going to be 2 for nothing, and they'll be able to run away. Golden's ultimate just almost going to be ready right there. If his laser does hit, he will still back the double buff. And here he goes!
Last minute arcane shift.
That arcane shift right there at the last second.
This is you don't give 4 globals to the enemy, because unless you can actually count by the second of when those globals will be up, you can't even gank those things because they'll just pop out of nowhere.
Yes. It's either your warding reviews everything, which uses a lot of money as well, or you have the timer down to the core. When they use it, you exactly have someone.
Yeah, but the bottom engagement for KLH just now, there was a little bit of miscommunication. Not only that Jarvan misses his flag toss, but there were no focus fire at all.
No focus fire at all, definitely. Like after they saw Twisted Fate coming in, they were like, it's time to run.
That's the power of globals.
Yes, and we can see that Twisted Fate with getting the blue from as well. His ultimate is actually almost ready already, just quarter way done. Oh, is it? Was it mine Singapore? Is it correct? Yeah, almost ready as well. And here we see, wow, this I was about to mention, Shen's ultimate is ready, and here they go, the Glitter Lens is slow Valkyrie, and here goes Hagane, going to be taken down right there. Nothing much Jaeyoung can do in response, and there goes another kill. And since Shen has stepped down, they need to take the dragon most probably, because his top lane will go down to. Well, actually no, they actually go for the dragon. They actually just walk around because Nocturne is at the top lane.
This is a very good play by BKT because they don't just burn all the ultimates at the same time. They actually
Separate it out.
sort of use it like one by one, I guess. Not really one by one, but two at a time.
Two at a time.
And they manage, they're actually succeeding getting those kills. And if this continues, it's gonna put them in a lot of advantage.
Yeah, it's giving them the overall advantage right now, I would have to say. In the early stages, it would be it's very fair overall. And every time when Shen teleports away, Nocturne is at the top lane holding the lane for him. So that's why Nocturne's ultimate is ready at a separate time, I would have to say.
Yeah, Jace, it's up to Jace to be able to push the lane, and after he push the lane, maybe KLH can focus on the bottom tower and transition into Dragon. But it doesn't seem that Jace is pushing the lane.
Being able to push off that well, I would have to say.
Yeah, I mean, they are rotating, not only that they're rotating their ultimates, they're actually rotating who's gonna cover who's gonna cover that top lane especially. So that's why Jace are not able to push the top lane.
Yes. Yeah, because normally when you do see a gang happen at the bot lane, Nocturne will be there as well. Everyone will dive in the ultimate. But instead, Nocturne is always at the top lane when Shen or Twisted Fate goes onto the bottom lane. Please say stacking ultis. But what did you say just now?
I don't know.
Stacking ultimates? No, two ultimates.
Never mind.
Never mind about that. So we do see that right now with the extra kills just slowly piling up. The main goal difference is actually just coming from the overall kills. But in terms of overall CS, it's still in the favor of KLH, I would have to say. We can see top lane Monkeys having quite a bit more. As well as the bottom lane for Koki, he has much more in comparison to I was about to say to Epions, but it's actually Ezreal. So my mind is not working. So you need to help me out a bit, Don. But you will see the most of the deaths actually landing onto Hagane. So overall, it's fine in terms of, each time they kill him, the goal is getting least and least. It's not as much.
Yeah, but I mean, Lulu are getting those assists, and she's getting she has one GP5 already, and Tariq has none. And it's gonna put KLH be so far behind because usually the support who's gonna buy those crucial wards, and right now you can see that only Jace have 2 wards, and that's for his own lane, I think.
Yes, but we can see here it's just slightly warded just to protect the dragon in the mid lane right there. And here we see they're actually gonna abandon everything, gonna go for the dragon. I don't think this is a wise choice because almost everyone's ulti is up except for Shen right there. If they choose to engage, they actually can, but they actually gonna. Oh, there goes the ultimate, and wow, there goes the steal right there onto Nocturne. And the Hagane once again being burst down. And here moving on towards EPOs, I would say MVM. Be able to take out MVM for this. No, they're all flash away, trying to get the kill separately, and all the fights happening in separate locations. But here we see Goldens and Monkeys might fall, and here we do see Goldens fall down to Twisted Fate right there, the last hit. And here we see Skills and Leah going to move on to Monkeys. Monkeys not going to have enough mana, and he just did the weapon change right there. And the exhaust going on to him, going to stop him from chasing on to Leah. But actually, this fight was changed in terms, became into the advantage of KLH. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to change that. And there he goes. Well, even before running away, he chooses to smite onto the minion right there. But I don't think they have enough damage to take down Skills right now.
Yeah, that was actually a bad call from the KLH side because they forced that dragon when there's actually wards around. But Nocturne managed to get to
and Nocturne is the one that stole the dragon.
But this KLH still managed to
secure one more kill.
Actually, they secure 4 kills. Are they 2 for 4?
Oh, Leah ran away. Leah got away because of the taunt and also exhaust from Shen. Just now, yeah. So we can see that Skills using the exhaust utilizing it very well in saving teammates. So more of a support top, I suppose I would say. And here we see putting a lot of pressure on the bot lane, not even going back, leaving Nocturne to farm up the top lane. That's why the overall level separation is good. What's
your Skype? Someone is calling, or is it that one?
I'm sorry. Can we remove us for a while so we can check up some of the settings? Apparently, something is wrong happening with Skype. Thank you.
Someone is calling someone's Skype. Alright. Yeah, so BKT, like I said, unless KOH time by the second, all those ultimates, all those global ultimates, they can't really do anything aggressive at all. Because if they gang or if they force something, Nocturne or Shen can just pop out of nowhere and back up their teammates. But in terms of the jungle side, it's quite okay for Jarvan. I mean, he went for that GP5 route instead of normal Lantern. So as the game goes on, he should be fine in terms of his items. But I mean, the KLH is actually down 4,000 gold. So it's actually up to KLH to how to gain back those advantages over BKT.
As they do have the extra 4 kills lead, and right now moving to a 5k lead right there, because they did manage to steal the dragon from KLH as well. So here we see they're going to be very sneaky, going to try to dive and get the kill onto MVM as he moves into the brush. It is now or never whether be able to get the kill. Here you see them moving out already. MVM going to move into the brush. Oh, nope, never mind. He's just going to juke around right there. And here we see the Shen ultimate being popped. Lux ulti coming in as well. So, Lux ultimate missing onto Ezreal, but here Twisted Fate is coming in as well. It's going to be a turnaround for KLH right there. Jaeyoung will definitely fall. And there he goes. The first kill moving on to Hagani. The second kill, double kill for Leah right there. And now Skill is going to be very aggressive with his flash still ready. Is he going to flash and taunt? There goes the flash, and there goes the taunt onto Golden's right there. The cards are being thrown from a far range, and he still does hit. And here we see Golden's going on the dive, last dive from NDD right there. All the global ultimates being used separately, taking down 4 kills while Monkey is at top, struggling just to take down the top turret. And there he does take it down finally. But here we can see that BKT, if they do continue to hit onto it, they'll be able to take down this secondary turret as well, I believe.
Yeah, and after Lux misses her ulti, I think they should have just fall back. But Jaeyoung actually decided to still fly in and get that kill, but
and he flew into Twisted Fate, I would have to say.
Yeah, I mean he did dodge Shen's taunt, but Twisted Fate is still there. This is why you don't give globals to the enemy team.
I mean, it's fine to give globals to the enemy team if you're very adept or you know very well how to control it. Like
I think it's the same reason why Eve was banned in a lot of tournaments, because it's just one thing is hard to control and the other one is annoying. It affects your own gameplay and strategy.
Yeah, definitely. So here we see BKT is pulling the lead into almost 7k growth right there. And the Ezreal ultimate, he managed to steal the... Yes, and he does steal the red buff right there. Wow. Perfect timing from MVM. And he does take the red buff from KLH right there, securing the buff for themselves. And here we see KLH trying to secure as much advantage as possible, pushing onto the mid lane turret right there. Going to try to get back in terms of the overall goal. And the flank toss is being thrown out to get the extra armor and attack speed. And here, they're going to move... Oh. Undecisive of the decision right there, not sure to move in or to move out, I would have to say, but here we can see in terms of the overall poke, just trying to poke and slowly bring BKT members down. And this is what I would have to say that Team Comp excels with Lux, with Jace, as well as Corki. You can slowly chip your opponents down before you engage into the fight.
I think KLH what they're trying to do is they want to poke a little bit, but in terms of items, BKT is stronger. I mean, they are 6,000 gold ahead of.
And Monkey's going for Shreya first, actually.
It's a very Stanley-like build, I think.
No, I mean, for Stanley, in the early stages, when I first saw him play Jace, he goes for 2 GP5s. He goes for Philosopher's Stone, and he goes for the Heart of Gold and the 2 Dorans. But he does build into a Phage first, and then gets a Glacier Shroud and Trinity Force, only the Shreya at the end. I would have to say, because you leave it to the spot to get it, but I can see Hagane being pressured so much right there without any GP5s at all so far into the game. And they will get this dragon, but here a team fight will occur. The laser hits onto the 3 targets right there, very well placed laser, and here the tides will move into the favor of KLH as they move on to the squishes behind, and Monkey should be able to get 2 kills from the back. And here we see Jaeyoung being pulled down by skills. He will flash out and he will be forced to move back, but here you see Monkey is coming in from the back, going to secure all the kills from behind right there. But here you will see for the moment the bind stops him from going, and Golden's might be able to get the kill. And here comes the ace. Yes, very well. Very nice fight by the side for KLH. I would say that the engage from BKT was, they had it right, but then they was in a straight line.
I was just focused on the dragon.
We're just focusing on
Yeah,
Dragon.
I don't know what happened, but good job, KLH.
You'd see just now in that team fight right there that occurred, Lux's laser actually hit three targets and hit the two main squishies, which is Lux and Twisted Fate, bring them to very low health, and Jace instantly flashing to the back lines to bring them down as fast as possible.
I mean,
he did a QE combo.
You mentioned just now Jace going for that Shirley. I mean, it's been working out for him.
I mean, it is working for him, but I would say that if he had the extra damage, he would have killed Twisted Fate much easier just now, and then move on to the team fight where maybe less people would have to die. It would become an easier fight for them. But yeah, well, to say the Shura is doing well. It is something that KLH need, because you can see that, well, Hagane has no GP5s and his money is really just being spent out on buying wards right there. And he buys up the secondary boots first, where he goes upgrades his shoes to the Mercury Threads, and then now has a Ruby Crystal in order to have increased his survivability in the team fights. But overall, in terms of the gold gain, is not right there. It's very obvious. You can just take a look at the gold difference right there. For the supports, here we see Lulu with 5.2k, and here Hagane just with 3.7k. Not just by the GP fights, but by the overall assists, but we can see that Hagane is already catching up from there. And here we can see that KLH is doing a good job in poking down, forcing them to fall back right there with the overall composition and taking advantage from what they gained just now. And the goal difference is just now 3k.
Yeah,
into the game.
One thing about Lux is that her E, is it the singularity? It's actually a kind of a reverse Maokai ultimate, where usually you would use Maokai ultimate under your own turret to prevent people jumping onto you, but you can see that Golden's, he throw the E behind the enemy tower to prevent the enemy from actually moving forward and defend their own tower.
Yeah. Both sides doing very well for this game, I would have to say. And BKT and KLH doing a good job in coming back into this. So we will have to see. Because
I mean, I know that I stressed out a lot about the global ultimates, but the thing is that only works in laning phases, and I mean during dragon and objectives or even split pushing. But right now, KLH, they are doing the right decision, whereby they will just stick and try to push the lanes where those ultimates just doesn't mean anything at all.
Unless someone gets caught off by one.
But I mean, they are sticking together, so no one will get
caught. Yeah, definitely. So we do see that Koki has completed his Trinity Force. He has a 40 CS advantage in comparison to Ezreal. His goal should be about the same, right? They just have a boomerang to base, and yep, it's just slightly 300 gold difference right there. And it's not going to be that much. Everyone just slowly putting themselves back into the game. As you mentioned, the GP5 is slowly stacking up for Jarvan. He is actually at a higher gold than Nocturne. And here we see Nocturne using his ultimate, seemingly wanted to dive in, maybe? Or it's just face some aggression, not so sure. But here we do see NDD might be taken out right there. The Shed ultimate goes down, Lulu ultimate is going to save him right there. But here, they need to engage onto this team fight, I believe. Acceleration gate from Jace was used just now to poke. And here he comes, is up once again, the cooldown from Shreya. And here we see them jumping in and bursting down NDD right here. And here we go to flash ultimate from Jarvan, just keeping Zeras as well as skills into sight there. And here, it will be a GG right here. Yes, 3 kills secure right there for KLH. And they can either choose to go for the Baron or to go for the inhibitor. And they're going to choose to continue to push in right there. And that was very well.
That Nocturne ulti, I think it was a misclick. Not only that it was a misclick, he was actually tanking the turret at the same time. So I'm not too sure whether he lagged out or something.
I'm not sure, but it was something that KLH just took advantage of. And you do see that, yes, both of us not.
I think Hagane caught that disease from jail just to tank the turret until you die or something.
I have no idea, yeah. And here we see them Twisted Fate with his cards is just gonna slowly push KLH back, and Luca's gonna fall back from this.
That was a free inhibitor for KLH if Hagane didn't die, but
I don't know. I have no idea. He just died. He just died for no reason, I would have to say right there. So yeah. But here we can see the goal difference is just like very much non-existent almost. It's just 2k right there. It's not that much. One dragon or one baron will just easily turn the tides in terms of the overall goal gain. And slowly, with the GP5s being stacked up on the side of KLH for the jungle, is slowly moving into his favor for in terms of itemization. And he does have his phage brought up, and he's moving to AGs maybe. sure. Hello. I think it just happened somehow. I think our producers right there were having too much fun in the background and misclicked the. Oh wait, there. Oh, now I know why we're gonna move back into the game first. We're gonna solve it from there and go let Dolph continue with the commentary.
Yeah, so Teddy is fixing the computers. So I'm gonna be solo casting. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah. So a lot of technical difficulties tonight. Say still no voice. Hello, can you guys hear me? Test. But it's really soft. Uh, yeah. So there's a team fight going on. I'm not too sure who engaged who, but Golden's actually died, and a lot of BKT's members actually are very low right now. And Jaeyoung is still in full health, but he's being focused down by the whole BKT members, and it's a two against one straight. But I mean, BKT can't really follow up with that engage because they are very low, especially Nocturne. One last hit and he can actually die. But Samba is very soft.
So now believe the problem has been slightly fixed, and let me raise up the volume slightly later on. As you can see, this this image is right there. So I believe everything should be back fine. The sound should be back up. Can we have a sound test from Dawn right there?
Test. Hello.
So if you guys can hear, please say. And the fight actually started with Nocturne initiating. If I didn't see it wrong, and then everyone following up from there. And not only that, it was a 2-for-1 exchange in the favor of BKT. But the problem is that in terms of overall range burst damage, KLH does have the advantage with Jace as well as Skorky, so they don't want to push out too far. As the only very far range was Leah. And if he does, he's a very squishy. If he does eat a cute damage from Jace, KLH will instead try to charge in to get a kill onto him. So yeah, so is everything fine? Can we just get another test? Can Don start talking and then we will know?
Yeah, so KLH right now they are just trying to control the BKT's jungle, sorry. But or maybe they are waiting for the dragon. Twisted Fate uses his ultimate to spot where KLH right now because they have no vision on the Baron right now, so they are a bit worried about that. But KLH is actually just pressuring that mid lane because there are no tower for the inhibitor. So they can just keep sieging this tower because Jace has that blue. You can just keep poke and poke. But we have to see whether whose blue is gonna expire first, whether it's gonna be Jace or Twisted Fate.
But not only that, I think this is the best time for KLH to charge in because they know that Twisted Fate is down, and well, if they do decide to charge it, they can fall quite easy with the acceleration gates to Australia. So this is the time when they need to make a decision, and here it is, the decision is being made. They will charge in to take down the inhibitor, and there it goes. Inhibitor goes down. Nocturne dies with the help of Shen as well as Lulu right there. All the ultimates being procced down, and they're slowly moving back with the help of the acceleration gate and the Shredder being procced right there. And here we see Ipion's being caught off, but he does manage to catch skills. Oh, there's a perfect ultimate right there by Lux hitting all 4 members, and Jion should be charging in right now to secure the kills, but he will get stunned right there, and here Hagane just managed to hold us for us with the kill, and Hagane chasing on the skills right there without enough energy to use his taunt to move away. I'm gonna tank tower like a boss, really. And here we go. These skills last ditch effort trying to kill Hagane right there, but it's not gonna be enough, and it becomes a 3-for-1 exchange in the favor of KLH right there.
Yeah, I was quite worried in the engagement because the only one who was tanking was actually Jarvan. Jace actually stayed in his range form and shoot from far. Yeah. Only at the end he actually switched into his hammer form and
to land the kills, but I think it was a good decision in terms of overall. That was what they needed. They had all the alternates prop and used in terms of chasing down KLH, but then with the Ascension Gate, with the Shreya, they moved out of the danger zone of the taunts, everything very quickly. And Jarvan uses his ultimate to lock down the main bruisers. He does die in terms from that overall exchange, but it gives advantage to his overall team. And they're doing very well in terms of holding up, which is this is what I would say the champions are being picked for KLH. The laser, the range poke, Kalki's ultimate, as well as Jace EQ, gets slowly bursting them down, and then in the end charging in for the kill in melee form.
Having that Taric in KLH team actually helps them a lot because BKT actually have 3 AD champions in their team. actually the Norton who really relies on his auto attack.
Yeah, and with the shatter right there, it is giving the extra boost they need to survive. And yeah, so right now, okay, we can say KLH is just the goal difference is still just like 2k all here and there because the kills are being exchanged overall, and we can see KLH is catching up slightly from this.
Yeah.
The mainly is just a slight favor, but we can see right now from the team fights how everything is happening because the laning phase has handled and KLH is just sticking together as a team to complete all these objectives, not gonna care about whatever they're speed pushing. They simply stick as 5 or it's 4 to not get caught off guard in order for them to initiate and win those fights, and they're doing a good job in holding this.
Now is the point where the global ultimates are weakening, I guess.
Yeah,
because
they're much weakened. Yeah,
you do not want to use your global ultimates as a, I would say, as a desperate move to initiate the other team, because at that point you are showing that you are not capable of doing anything anymore, and then the other team will take advantage of that situation.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see that Skills has been trying to split push but not really being able to do it because of Lux Laser, clearing the minion waves very quickly.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is
maybe Shen should not split push anymore. I mean, it's not really been working out for BKT side.
But that's what Shen does the best. I would say in terms of strategy wise, he just split pushes and then uses his ultimate to get back into the safe position of his.
But I mean, KLH is actually playing very smartly. Instead of just pushing one lane, they actually push forward a little bit, and if Shen is too far forward, they will fall back and get back that map pressure on that lane that was pushed by Shen.
In my opinion, right now what KLH needs is really to force the Baron fight, maybe, or force BKT to answer to it, because you can see that Skills is just going to push the bot lane. If KLH does not engage in a team fight or force him to fall back, then they might lose their own inhibitor turret, I would have to say. And you can see Skills just being a bit safe. He wants to rush first because he cannot see anyone from KLH, but he knows that everyone was there as he just walked into the area they were seen. And we can see they're trying to bait out Lulu, the support, as she plants a ward to try to go for the kill. But BKT just being very cautious about it, just on the fallback. And here we see they are trying to move into the
if they just
Baron.
waited for a while there, Lulu will get caught.
But it's okay. Here you see they're going to move on to the Baron and they're taking it down very quickly actually. But Twisted Fate uses ultimate to see the condition and everything, and Nocturne is soon most probably going to dive in, and this will come down to the fact of whether the smite will be stolen. Nope. It was too low already. Ipion does take the kill. The Baron buff, Shen coming in. Lulu ultimate is being. Oh yes! They managed to kill him down before Shen could come into the fray. It was a very good job down for KLH. So she's going to be a 4v5 fight right there. And here we see Jay going to charge in on the kill onto Lia. And here it goes 3 for 2. Oh, he died to. Wow. So Hagle, instead of dying to a tower, this time dies to a random card, I'll have to say.
Yeah, I have to talk to him.
I thought Hagle survived that fight, but
he's dying all over with no reason at all.
If I'm wrong, he did die to a random card right there. But here we see KLH going to move on to. Oh, I thought they took down the inhibitor just now. Did it respawn?
I think it respawned.
Oh yeah, it just respawned. Yeah, we can see from the super minions still being right there. And here they're going to move in with double AD composition as well. The high attack speed, it's very easy to push in, and we have the advantage. And here, this is moving into it. And here we see, wow, Jace just pushing out the herd onto Zeresh, trying to get the kill, but knowing that's unable, going to move on to Skills to push him down to half health. And now Gio still taking the tower like a boss as usual. Not sure why. Losing quite a bit of health right there. Here the laser goes off, taking down a lot of health from Skills, and now Monkeys as well as Goyong with Golem is going to push back right there. And with the 2 towers going down, the Nexus being naked, it is moving slightly back, slowly in the favor of KLH. Those are overall side objectives, but we can see from terms of towers pushing in for the bot side, BKT still has a chance it can do a split push and hold on the 4v5. But because, as you mentioned, because the overall ultimates they have is global.
Yep.
So in terms of team fight wise, the overall
they don't have
utility,
team fight
potential. Yeah. Like Twisted Fate in the team fight, the ulti is used to either initiate to catch someone off guard or clean up. Yeah, but we can see that right now he's using to scout the opponents. And
I believe BKT actually did superbly well during the laning phase using the ultimates and everything, but I think they are not well adept to use the ultimate in this kind of situation where you have to use it for teamfight
Yeah,
purposes.
you can see they're actually charging into the Nexus directly because they saw their skills went down to do a split push and his ultimate is down right here. If they know it's a 4v5 situation, you can see Jace from the side right there, just gonna poke onto the Nexus, not gonna ignore everything right there. And here EPOS jumps in, and here they're gonna try to take out MVM from the side. Jeong does fall to Shen right there, but it's still gonna be a GG right there with Jace taking out Nexus turret. This is very well played. I mean, BKT should have stayed to protect the Nexus, but
I was looking at the Jeong dying,
and
suddenly the game finished. Yeah.
you got put to yeah, I mean, yeah, we did see that Jace actually doing very well, Monkeys, with a 5 kills with 0 death score. So can we just quickly switch into the score screen and take a look at that as well?
Yeah, I was actually quite worried about Jace, seeing that he got 2 Doran and 1 Kindle Gem, but I mean, it works out for him, I guess.
I mean,
this monkey has been performing quite well this game.
I mean, that slight early taking Australia did worry me out because he was supposed to fast push the lane. But I suppose that after they broke their first turret at top, it became, they knew that they had to stick as a team already because they would know that the global ultimates is totally like stopping them on everything.
Yeah,
so
because a lot of teams where they get pressured by these global ultimates, they will just fall apart. They don't want to stick because when they stick, their towers will get pushed. So in the end, they'll separate and get caught one by one. But actually, what you need to do is just stick together and just hold it and not get caught, I guess.
You get caught separately, yeah. Because as you mentioned, global ultimate is really shine during the laning phases.
Yep.
But once you pass that, if you do it very well, like we saw the sticking and fighting back, in terms of overall damage because of your ultimates for other players, for the opponent teams, they do more damage in terms of team fight, and that's what brought them back and give them advantage from there. So very well played by both teams. You can see that overall CS wise, even though Jiang was dying by a lot, I did mention throughout the game he remained a very high CS, I would have to say.
Yeah, Jiang, even though he would die a lot, which is normal.
Which is normal.
But his CS will keep up, either keep up or remain quite high.
I mean, either keep up with his opponent or more than an opponent most of the time, I would have to say. So very job, well done by KLH right there, coming back with that early aggression from BKT. And BKT, good job as well in this game, I would have to say.
Yeah.